I'm good.
Alright, you need more oomph in ya.
Oomph.
Yeah. You sound dead inside.
It's because I, in work today, I spent like basically all day writing like a 300 line print function for a API that produces tables out of data we feed it from the system we work on.
Alright, I just want to reiterate that every time you say sentences like that, you have to understand that I'm just not gonna comprehend any of it. So,
Well, this is kind of the thing, because you don't comprehend it, you can thus comprehend that it's probably pretty complex.
well, I don't know. You're the one who keeps saying, like, oh, well, this job's easy.
I mean, yeah, because I was being given the shit grunt work. They're going to put me on the actual work. The thing is, it's technically not hard, it's just... How would I put it? Like, it's technically not hard because I know what I'm doing and like, it fucking works and all. But it is like... The process of getting there is like... it wears on the mind, basically. I don't even want to get into using opaque pointers, function pointers, fucking, like, keeping, like, part of the system behind, like, out of the reach of users so that we can just fucking keep it to ourselves so nothing breaks. The fact that I still haven't actually, like, outside of my own little tests, I haven't actually implemented it in our system yet, so this is probably going to, like, break in 5 different ways. Like, when I finally test it tomorrow. Basically, well, I guess what the word is that it's draining. I can do it, but like it's very involved and it gets draining on the mind. At one point, I had to go and like correct my code that were like 5 instances I wrote instead of table impl. I wrote just table
Wow.
because table impl is an extension of table. They're technically the same object in memory and in the code and all, but if I don't say table impl, it can access half of the stuff it owns. Because that's in the table impl half of it, and I need to say that instead of this table.
Too bad. Impl isn't a word.
I mean, it's short for implementation.
Implos. Alright, whatever.
Don't even get me started on function pointers. That's something that doesn't actually make any sense to me, but it fucking works, so whatever.
Wow, isn't this your job?
I mean, yeah, but then when he was explaining today, my boss was like, "I've only done this like twice, and I don't explain it much either. Like, I don't understand it much either." And it's just kind of like, well, shit.
What's happening?
He's remarkably casual about the things he does and doesn't know, my boss. It turns out a lot of things he's only done a few times, and he doesn't know how half of it works, so like Google searching it and then telling us how it works.
Well, that's how you get into IT and shit, right? You just
I mean, yeah,
search on
basically.
Google.
You just find out how someone else did it before you, and then off you go.
Wow, I'm good at aiming this.
I have the aerospray, so I have to like dance directly in front of him to even be able to hit the fucking...
We didn't get this wall. Oh, it's over. And I landed here. Oh, it's over. Hey, I'm down in the back if you wanna...
You don't have to wait a sec.
What do you mean this way? I'm dead!
Well, that's just switch to me. Pardon me while I'm looping around. That's fine, I'll just get this one myself off.
Can't do this Hydra fucking thing. It's funny because I didn't even need to do that. Because I had the last egg!
I was like, I saw that we, like, by my count, we should have had enough, and I was like, hang on, how do we not have enough yet? And then...
Hey, don't
then you put it in, and then I just...
Well, I was just like, I gotta use the stingray because we don't have enough. You think I look at the back of my character? Like, oh.
Is Novella in Europe? Shit?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to reload that then. There we go.
What do you mean long time no
I don't
see?
know. You haven't been in chat for a wee bit.
I've seen Nobel before.
Oh, Nobel.
Haha, got him, cause I'm a god. Let's go.
You can, Nobel. After this one. My grenade just points out of that fucker that it is.
Uh-oh, that ain't good. Also,
It's not good, but is it acceptable?
also you should have said, I don't know. Can you?
No, because I'm not a cop. I tried jumping over that ledge there,
The dynamite.
and then just my character just like clipped against the side of it instead of climbing over it. And I was just kind of
The person with the dynamo did all they could, which is press the button and hope they don't die first, and they died first. So, like, I can't even be mad, really.
Alright, wait for Nobel.
No.
Yes.
I had an idea. I don't know if it would make you angry. But what if you just disconnected from a game by the end of a salmon run to put you back in 300 so we were even?
Nah, it's alright.
No, why? Because you want more rewards?
No, it's mainly it's mainly because I don't want a chance of the game going, hey, guess what? You're just fucking banned. Just go away.
It's not how Nintendo works.
Sometimes it is.
Did you homebrew your Switch?
No, but if you disconnect suspiciously in certain ways, they will just ban you outright for a temporary amount of time.
Well, that's fine because
don't want a chance that.
we won't be playing it for 48 to 72 hours. Surely it's not that long.
I would rather not chance it.
I think there's an ulterior motive.
How did we even get disconnected anyway? Like, I mean, like, how did I even pull the head away?
I don't know. I simply don't know. Yeah, we touched on it a little bit last time at the very end with the I bought AirPods, and for those who weren't there, why AirPods? Well, because the wire is annoying on my face. I hate how it touches the mouse and moves it sometimes, and rattles on the keys and bothers you and goes like, that kind of shit. So I'm like, well, wireless is the way to go. And then you continue to ask why AirPods, why Apple AirPods for $160. And Apple's the only company that makes earbuds that I like anymore, that don't probe your anus, I mean your ear, but it's the same ideal. And just...
I mean, like, that's all fair. I just wanted to know why, because I don't use that sort of thing.
No, it's just, there are definitely people out there. Because, I'm kind of like that with Macs. Like, why buy a Mac? It's like, well, people have their reasons, I guess.
I mean, there's plenty of reasons for it. It's just like, can you justify the price?
Well, yeah, that's how I'm feeling with AirPods, because apparently, like, some wireless headphones, I already said that I can't wear headphones because they hurt my head, but are like $60.
Yeah, there's actually like really cheap ones, but that's the kind of thing you pay for what you get.
Yeah.
It's like the audio quality kind of goes down at that point. You have a disconnect.
Maybe they have the thing.
No, I have the thing, but...
I don't seem to be hearing it right now.
Well, it's almost like I didn't know it was coming.
It's almost as if we played this nearly 200 times.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I didn't notice the thing coming, and I couldn't hear it coming because you were talking shit about wireless stuff in my ear. And also, I have the dynamo roller, so I can't fucking get anywhere of any sort of speed.
All I'm saying is that it should be inherent. Like, you should have a circadian rhythm by now.
No, I don't, because I ever so rarely get the fucking thing in this wave.
Well, I guess that just is another thing I'm better than you at. So,
what's the one thing you're better than me?
No, what's the list now? We have Super Mario Odyssey Koopa free running. Maybe Super Mario Odyssey in general, that's up in the air, really. And we have Salmon Run time circadian rhythms.
Am I the only one?
I think that's it.
Yeah, it is it.
So how about that circadian rhythm? Did you also miss that one?
I mean, yeah, because again, someone was yammering away about shit in my ear while I'm just trying to like grab eggs.
That's very unfortunate, Street. Well, hopefully you learned a lesson this wave.
I learned that even after you scold me for something, you will just continue causing the problem that.
What are you? Now it's just about paying attention. Mr. Grizz goes, "My egg basket," and then that's when you're like,
Yeah, but when I have a dynamo roller, especially, I'm staring at things and trying to hit them, not the text box at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, you probably should have stayed closer to the inside of the house. In hindsight, you know. Either way, we were gonna start Salmon Run, but the mailman was coming, and I ordered 1-day shipping on this Bluetooth receiver because I learned that computers don't just come with Bluetooth receivers in this whole year of 2016. I think that's when I got my computer. So
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, why would they?
Because Bluetooth is everywhere now.
For portable devices.
No.
Yeah.
There's plenty of shit to connect to your computer with Bluetooth.
How much of it is stuff that could also just be connected by USB?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, how expensive is it? Probably not even that expensive.
Probably not much, but it's like often it's not a case of expense. It's a case of can we fit it on the goddamn motherboard next to all the transistors for, you know, the various like 6 or 7 different types of interface we have to include. Never mind like RAM slots, PCIe slots, the processor, room for the fucking fan, all the electronics that are required to make all that work in turn, while also keeping it at a decent size and a decent price margin for ourselves. Basically, there's like also like not like very few devices for computers actually, if any, even need Bluetooth. You know, like there's no real point to it.
But Gavin, have you considered the fact that it has inconvenienced me?
I mean, he wanted to build it, and that's what Max do. So.
You God fucking damn it! I should have known! I should have bought one of those! Is it really?
Yeah.
You know what?
They have it built in for compatibility with
AirPods, of course!
Well, not just AirPods, but also, you know, like phones and iPads and all like various other like, devices, just because, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, I ordered that adapter, and the mailman was like, Gavin's like, alright, I'm setting up, and I'm like, alright, I have 2 hours, so I'm gonna go out and check if the mail's here, and then the mailman was right on the street, so I'm like, well, Gavin, hold on, we have to actually wait 2 hours for this mailman to go down the street, and they didn't have the Bluetooth adapter. I mean, it's like, it's something that could fit in a mailbox, that's how small it is, presumably. It's just
well, yeah, it's just a USB.
Yeah. So
unless they give it a giant box.
So, you know, I was just kind of assuming that the mailman would have it because he sometimes has Amazon packages, but I wonder if now they've just completely shifted over to labor drivers, and I just have to wait for those now.
Well, maybe.
Especially
I've had to do that recently.
Especially for text alerts and stuff saying like delivered.
To be honest, lately, like, buying from Amazon is, like, becoming a last resort sort of thing. Because they're part of, aside from the fact that they're, like, a hideous company with horrible practices and treat their employees like such dog shit,
so I should say.
It's also, like, just a personal thing of, like, they seem to hate Northern Ireland now. Like, they don't, unless you, like, pay up for it. Like, they've increased, like, the costs for, like, delivery, and then also, if you're on Northern Ireland, odds are you're waiting an extra day compared to the rest of the UK anyway.
I mean,
so it's just like fuck off.
Who doesn't hate Northern Ireland? Am I right?
It's just like, can we just have like, you know, a fucking reunion hole already? Can we just get out of this hellhole, please?
I thought reunion was the farthest word from Northern Ireland.
Not so much anymore. It's getting. The implication is it's getting closer.
I was gonna say, don't you?
A former DUP minister, and the DUP are like one of the major parties against reunion, said that we should start preparing for it, and once Brexit hits, we should absolutely have the poll. And if that sort of lunatic saying that, it's close. Like, it is eerily close.
I don't know, I was gonna say, don't you guys have a night where people who don't agree with you come out with guns and shoot you?
Yeah. That was July 12th. So that was, what? 18 days ago?
Yeah, so I don't know, I'm not too convinced.
No, probably not, but it's also the thing of, like, people will also just give a shit about their own economic standing more than any real political stance half the time. Unless they're a goddamn lunatic. And if they becomes like really shit on the Brexit, you better fucking believe people like will want back in the European Union to help themselves. Like, you know, for instance, like farmers and shit will absolutely vote stay EU. And you laugh, but that makes up quite a bit of power in Northern Ireland.
Well, I mean, I live in Pennsylvania, so I'm only like 20 minutes away from billions of farms. It's kind of scary, honestly.
I more or less am, actually, because if you just drive like from where I am for like 20 minutes, you'll start reaching farmland.
I don't like that. I don't like those. They scare me. I don't like driving around them. I feel like I'm in a foreign land.
Why?
Because it's farmland. It's not.
I guess like American hillbillies.
It's not like the suburbs, you know. And at least in the city, you know, it's populated.
I just want to point out, by the way, you talking about you being afraid of foreign things and you.
What? No, if you know, like alien.
I know what you meant, but I just wanted to make the joke about, yeah, well, yeah, you're American. That's how that works.
I thought that was Japan. Oh, I was the only one alive. That's unfortunate.
No, America is worse for it. The whole thing about like, oh, Japan are worse is actually like a misconception, mostly bred by Americans.
To make us seem less bad, of course.
More or less.
Yeah, these weapons are very.
Yeah, these weapons are like it's having Hydra and Dynamo together is rather tragic.
Yeah. Not very good. Yeah, I can't experience the Apple AirPod experience and give you guys the review yet, but maybe that next time though.
I can at least speak from experience and say that even if they're shit, at least you'll be able to return them pretty easily.
I guess. But yeah, that reminds me. Have you ever been in an Apple store before?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what it's like, right? Where
Yeah.
it's all white.
Fun fact, the only Apple store on the entire island of Ireland is the one in Belfast. Because, for tax reasons, they can't have any in the Republic of Ireland. Which they are using as a tax haven, so they pay less tax in Europe.
Well, they have the right idea. Well,
but they still want to do business and have like a foot here in Ireland, so they just stick it in Belfast because it's a direct line from Belfast to Dublin, among other places. Yeah, continue.
you know how it's like all white, and then they're just white tables everywhere with iPhones and iPads on them for kids to play with, and it's always crowded for some reason.
Yeah, they do a lot of business. It's eerie.
But the most heinous thing...
I didn't think there were that many rich people around, but apparently there are.
Like, the most heinous thing of all is, like, not only are there just people walking around all the time asking if they can help you, but there's no cash register, there's no cashier desk.
Yeah, you just hand it to the person.
No, I hate that! I'm like, where do I pay for this? It makes me feel like an idiot. Because it's like, I have no way of knowing, but I hate, like, that's such a dumb question to ask. In a store where you sell things, like...
It's funny, because when I was working in Apple customer service, one of the things they taught us was, like, to explain to customers who haven't been to the store before, to explain that to them, because we wanted to establish how different and special.
Yeah, I hate that. It's like, it's reminding me of, like, the Amazon store or whatever. I don't know how that's gonna work, but, like, you know...
Yeah, that just sounds like it's fun.
Where you don't like pay at a cash register, you just kind of like pay in advance, walk in, pick it up, and then leave.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I mean, if it works, that sounds kind of cool. But
like we can already have though. It's here anyway. We're like retailer Argus. You can just do it. If you just buy things off eBay, you can have it shipped to an Argus store, walk in and pick it up.
Well, do you need like photo identification and stuff?
I mean, yeah, on your order number, but that's it.
Yeah,
Hell, the Apple Store is like that too, actually.
Yeah.
You just order it online, walk in, pick it up.
I was gonna get to that, but the thing about the Amazon store is that, like, you won't even need that because it'll just kind of read it on your phone or something.
That's like, there's someone's gonna find a way to crack that, and then just get it wrong.
Like, it'll read that you're Chris Smith and that you ordered this, so you're good to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if it works, it works. Yeah, the thing is, like, I didn't want to go to the Apple Store because why would I want to fucking drive anywhere when I constantly buy everything I want on Amazon? I think I've established that I prefer ordering online to going to the store. Well, the main problem was they were only going to ship it like 5 days after I ordered it, which I'm not used to because I shop at Amazon all the time. And also,
I mean, it depends what stock is available. Sometimes it's just like, oh, we can just send it immediately, and sometimes it's like, wow, you kind of have to wait till like our next like chunk comes in.
Yeah, it's also like they're like you're gonna have to sign when the thing comes.
Yeah, that's just...
Yeah, usually I have dogs and stuff, and even if I don't, my parents are home, so they'll be like, "What's that? What'd you order? Is it another anime thing?" Because I always have to sign for those because it's porn. But
no, like Apple in particular do that because it's part of the it's basically like a protection against, like, say you're not in but you leave it like with someone in case someone tries to nick it, or in case the postman just doesn't deliver it, which happened literally 5 times every fucking day I was in work. There was like 5 fucking people per person in that goddamn customer service office who would come in, like each of us would get at least 5 people saying our shit just didn't arrive and that's your fault. It's kind of, well, we're not parcel force, so you can suck our dicks. We'll put the dispute in and you'll get your money back or a replacement, whatever.
Yeah, it's like I know why it exists, but I hate it. So I'm like, well, I'm not ordering online. Because I was going to order online and be like, well, I have no sense of time, so the days are just going to fly by anyway. But then they're like, you're going to have to pick it up. And I'm like, or you're going to have to sign for it. And I'm like, all right. So that's why I went to the fucking Apple Store. And it was quite a drive. 6 miles. Like, wow.
6 miles?
I don't want to drive at double lane roads, which I hate. In a mall? I got lost in the mall! Oh, God damn it! I haven't been to a mall since I was like 13. Because that's all malls are. A place for teenagers. Ugh. The escalator was broken, so I had to walk all the way down the mall to get to an escalator to get to the second floor.
Yeah.
The Apple Store doesn't have a sign or anything. It's just...
It doesn't?
It's just glass and white.
Oh, that's weird, because our one just has a big giant Apple logo on the fucking front door.
I mean, maybe it did. I don't know. I didn't see it. So I almost walked right past it.
Yeah, but like making all their shit out of glass is actually like a strict design philosophy. Apparently, like Steve Jobs has the trademark for stairs made out of glass or something.
Look, I fucking know these Apple people, okay? God damn it, I'm dead again. Also, my game was actually lagging. That's how much shit there is.
There's a lot of shit right now.
Where was that sound? Where was that revive sound? I'm a dumbass. Alright, one more to go. Someone has it, right? Someone's got it, right? Okay, we're good. Bye.
One more thing better.
No, that's why you don't
We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Bitch. You run, that's why you run. Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't anyway, because everything was around me, so...
That's why you try to run. Yeah, I guess I'm an apple cock now. Were you... Because you
It's really popular to hit on their phones and all, but to be honest, like, the iPad is actually, like, extremely good as a tablet.
Except you have to use iTunes, right?
I mean, I don't, but I don't use music or anything on it.
Oh, I hate iTunes. So, I mean, whatever. It's something I'm going to use probably every day. That's kind of like my mantra for spending a lot of money on things. Like, if I'm going to use it often, it's not a waste of money. And then, you know, a little bit down that road is if I'm going to look at it often, it's not a waste of money. But, you know, you can't really defend that one as much.
I feel like you can. That's what, like, the point of decorations are.
I know, but like not as much. Especially when you're me. Function over form, Gavin. Which is definitely not Apple. Am I right, gamers?
How sometimes I consider the Macs, I'm like, well, one, it's a Unix-based system, so it's just easier to code on. Two, you could actually get like an iOS development kit if you ever felt like making something of yourself. And like, three, it's like, well, these are like extremely optimized for like video, image, and music editing. But then every time it's kind of like, I look at the price, and it's just fuck off. For Japanese music, if you want digitally, like, basically just Japanese iTunes. Because they love that shit.
Yeah, what is this?
Not, if you want like CDs and shit, my first go-to would be cdjapan.co.jp. They ship internationally. Then either Amazon Japan or PlayAsia. PlayAsia should be your last stop because they don't have as big a selection. They're mostly game focused.
Also, aren't they communists or something?
What?
Wasn't there some controversy about PlayAsia recently? Not communists. That
No,
was just my
like,
first go-to.
usually like the controversy is this like website that makes like quite a fucking ton of money off of selling titty games sasses people who are like, titty games are the worst thing ever, and it's like, no shit. They did that with Dead or Alive 3 and got like literally all the fucking money for a shit game off of tons of twats. They're gonna keep doing it. And people are like, this is shocking and I will not abide by this practice, and it's kind of like, alright, sure, yeah. Just, you know, as you say that, just keep ordering from Amazon as they, you know, killed hundreds of thousands of people.
I will.
I'm just saying, if you like, draw your lines better.
I'm waiting for the government to draw Amazon's lines, though. It's really not good.
I mean, I don't see, like, the only way that's happening here is if, like, labor gets in the part, and if that happens, then your Amazon might as well just be, like, burnt to the ground. And to be honest, with each passing day, a Labour government seems basically guaranteed at this point. Which, you know, frankly, thank fuck.
Gavin's a unionist!
I am, yeah. Well, not a unionist, I'm pro-union. Unions, not unions.
Same thing.
Yeah, I hope that answered your question, Noel. Just CD Japan, then Amazon, then PlayAsia if you want like CDs. If you want digital, basically just Japanese iTunes. There's plenty of guys how to like set that up and get in. It's not that hard. You'll be fine.
You tried CD Projekt Red?
That's a reach now, isn't it?
I didn't mean to revive you with my grenade.
Also, occasionally Ami do like anime and game soundtracks when they release in Japan, but not too often. So again, CD Japan is the place you want to go. They're also pretty good for just like movies, Blu-rays, DVDs. Also actually decent for games, especially, and also like stuff like Art First. They're actually pretty good for that too. It's a general good per vendor. Sometimes they come with CDs though.
Is that their that's their caveat? We'll only sell your book if it comes with a CD, so that we keep our brand.
But yeah, like sometimes I'm like, you know, maybe I should get a Mac just to like expand my creative horizon. And then other times I'm like, I look at the price tag and like, or I could just literally fuck myself.
Get it? You get it for the touch bar, dude. Apparently that's good shit.
I just kind of hate touch interface shit though, so I'm just like, man.
Yeah, he pimps the iPad.
I mean, it's in spite of that, and to be honest, the moment I can, I'm gonna get one that actually just uses that goddamn stylus instead.
Okay,
That will at least be more responsive than my goddamn finger.
order a stylus.
I mean, I'd rather have like try and get one that comes with it, because the stylus by itself is some stupid shit like 80 quid, because Apple.
Oh, see, the funny thing about that is I actually ordered a stylus for my mom because she was like, I don't like using my finger. So I guess she's like, it hurts. I'm like, I don't know. So
Mine's not that it hurts, is that for whatever reason touch devices hate my goddamn finger, even though these things are literally designed to be used with fingers, and they just never fucking respond.
Yeah, I ordered it, and it only came with the tips, and not the styluses. The styluses just weren't there, so...
Fucking amazing.
Just leaving that to my mom to return. I hate returning things. I would sooner just keep it than return it.
I mean, it depends what it is. If it's like really small, like a small thing or like a cheap thing, it has to really piss me off for me to make a return.
Okay, I was like that with my...
Like that USB hub, like the first USB hub I got like last week or a week or so ago, when it just couldn't fucking handle a basic keyboard and mouse. I returned that. It was only 15 quid. I returned that shit. Fuck it, give me that back. I said, nah, like I am not letting you have this.
Gamers! Gamers!
Can you like not?
What?
Chris, I thought you were good at this.
What, call you a gamer?
No, just do that. The whining voice.
So I can call you a gamer? And all of the implications that are tacked onto that word?
I mean, to be honest, like a lot of the whole like, gamer jokes annoy me more than actual weird cunts, because it's just kind of like, it's just kind of like, if do you have a joke here, and if you're just saying the word gamer, you don't. And you just a lot of people going like, oh, I don't like playing video games. It's kind of like, this is not a joke. This is you being like weird. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, video games are bad for society.
Speaking of bad video
Nothing?
games, I have topic related to video games actually.
Wow, you do?
Have you heard about abstractism?
No, we aren't doing this.
What do you mean we aren't doing this?
No.
Do you know what it is?
No, and that's exactly why we aren't doing this.
Because it's a Steam game.
Oh, you read that tweet too.
Yeah, hello and welcome to Abstractism, the game that is being sold on Steam, and it's literally just a scam. It's like literally just a Trojan, like a fucking cryptocurrency miner, and some kind of like virus slash like scanning program that just fucking scans your TF2 items. Anything that's like marked as rare or higher just gets cloned and sent to the people who, like the developers who made the game, quote unquote developers. Like it's just like one big pile of viruses and just like fucking criminal like software, and Valve are just happily selling this and promoting it on their store and just letting it be up for hours.
I don't know about that.
No, they are, because that's what their policy is. They're supporting and just intrinsically allowing this to happen. They're backing.
I think it's
they
not
haven't taken it down.
I think it's not so much they're happily supporting it, just so much they're turning a blind eye.
Well, here's the thing. Same thing.
I don't know about that.
No, it's the same thing. If you sell on your store, you inherently say this is a thing I support and allow.
I mean, I guess so.
There's no fucking about. Like that's how it works.
I feel like it has a different implication, you know? Like Valve probably doesn't even know this thing exists.
See, here's my thing. This is kind of what I'm doing. Is that yes, I understand they probably don't know that it exists, but because they refuse to do any sort of checks on anything they sell in their store, I'm going to simply phrase it as they support and endorse this, and they want this to be the way of things.
All I'm saying is that
I don't intend to be fair to a company that does such horrid, terrible fucking business practices.
You be fair to the English language and the dictionary.
I am being fair.
That's all I ever ask out of anyone.
I am being completely fair.
So don't abbreviate words, please. God,
abbreviate words.
I hate that.
What do you mean abbreviate words?
It just bothers me. I'd rather you just use the actual word.
What word did I use?
No, that's just in general. That's not a you thing.
Well, I don't know where this came from. Like, what started this?
Me talking about my love for words. In the face of...
brought this shit out of nowhere.
No. See, it came from...
You just not want me to talk about this?
No, I'm just saying it came from you using the word endorse, stretching the definition of the word endorse in such a manner that it's misconstrued and misguiding.
Well, here's the thing. I am not stretching the definition.
Yes, you are!
No, I'm not.
You don't endorse something if you don't even know it exists.
Except if you're selling it on your
No,
platform,
see,
you
that's
like,
a-
intrinsically, implicitly
That's what I'm
endorse it because
saying.
you are selling it. That is exactly how this shit works. If you are selling it, you implicitly endorse it.
Using the words implicitly is just like...
Like, that's just how, like, fucking anything works. If you give it a platform, you give it a platform, you give it any sort of thing, you implicitly endorse and say this is valid. That's how this shit works.
You are valid! Whatever the game name is. I don't even remember.
It's abstractism.
Yeah, see, when you said that, I thought you were going to talk about things concerning the fabric of reality.
No. Kind of find it funny that if I wanted to have any sort of discussion like that, you immediately just flip out.
Do you want to?
I mean, not right now.
I mean, just the way you said it scared me. You said it with a grin on your face. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to let him get into this, for both of our sakes.
But yeah, also further, once the devs were like, had been found out and like news began to spread, the store in which they were selling their cloned, like the TF2 items they scanned and cloned, they were selling on the store to other people, basically to fuck over item traders. Once they did that and they were found out, they removed most of them and replaced them with ones that just are like, have offensive messages and names attached, like racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic names all over. Which, as Valve are letting them do this on their platform, they also implicitly endorse. There you go.
I think Valve...
This is the state of Valve, they allow this shit.
I mean, we've already established multiple times that neither of us like how Valve isn't policing any of the games on their platform, and also no one... Did you see that? Oh, that's cool! What? The Moz fell into the water.
It does that, yeah.
But yeah,
You've not seen it do that before.
I haven't, no. Like the bobber goes under the water to chase you, but it never.
Yeah.
I never seen it do the animation of it popping up because it slid off the pill hitbox or whatever. Playing Crash, just say pill hitbox whenever you fail.
Even if you just jump in an enemy directly by your own accord.
It's the pill hitbox. Come on. Everyone knows this. That's why it'll never be as good as the originals.
And he also won't be as good as the originals because the original Crash just looks better. The character, not the game as a whole. He just looks better to me. He has a little goofy polygon mess.
You ever see that?
Something with like fur and HD.
You ever see that one screenshot that like Crash news, like game sites post when they have Crash news, where it's just him kind of like running at the screen and he looks concerned? Yeah. I hate that image. Stop using that image! Like, Crash is goofy! What is that image supposed to represent?
Him escaping
No,
death.
but it doesn't even show the boulder! I don't even know if
it's not even... No, it's not boulder. It's the metaphorical death that consumed him for some time. He's not free of it and is constantly running.
Only the same happened to Spyro.
Well, I mean, that's beginning to happen now. He's clawing his way out.
Yeah, no, keep him back in there. I've actually like never played or watched Spyro at all, so it's a joke.
The PlayStation 1's originals were actually pretty good. Spyro 2 is my favorite.
I tried watching Carl play it like 10 years ago and it bored me, so I just never watched it. Pikmin though, that's the shit.
But yeah, I hope that answered your question though, Bells, because I haven't seen the response or anything.
About abstractionism.
No, I mean about the Japanese music. As for abstractism, basically Valve are a trash fire company.
Hey, no they aren't, because they hired back the lead writer of Portal 2 today.
They're a trash fire.
No! There's
they're not going to do anything with
hope! There's hope, Gavin!
There's no hope. They're
Portal
not gonna
3!
do anything with him. They're not going to do shit with him.
What's more tragic? The fall of PopCap or the fall of Valve?
Valve.
Yeah,
PopCap's is a story told many times, but unfortunately they are nowhere near the most prolific or tragic victim of that story.
I guess you just don't have the same bias I do, which is fair.
I mean, yeah, but also, like, I know various companies that have fallen to EA, and I would consider them far weightier, more important, and just better companies than PopCap.
What did you just say? Like who?
There's no way they're gonna stack to the like fucking Westwood Games, Bullfrog.
I've never even
fucking,
heard
like,
of them.
Origin Systems. You haven't heard of them because you haven't played any of their games that are all fucking
Is
top
that why
tier.
it's
Command
called
and Conquer,
Origin?
the No. That's just them being cheeky, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Hey, remember Origin? Now they're a Steam clone.
Like Command and Conquer, Ultima, fucking like Wing Commander. Fuck me, there's so many good games that really used to be published, but like used to be made by companies that EA bought, and then EA just crushed every single one of them, fired everyone, and just sits on the IPs.
I mean, even with activism on the Steam store, it's probably still better than Origin. What's that game called again?
Abstract.
Yeah, that was close. I'm just still kind of ornery about them completely removing Bookworm Adventures off the map.
Welcome to EA.
No, it just doesn't. We've already went over this. Never mind.
If you're lucky, they'll be like the old Command and Conquers and Ultimas have like become freeware essentially. Like you can get Ultimas 1 to I think 8 on good old games. Definitely 1 to 7 part 2. Like you can get all of them, and like Ultimas 1 to 3 are extremely aged, and then like they're mostly just curiosities. Like Ultima 4 and 5 are also pretty aged, but they're genuinely good games. I would easily recommend them to anyone who can like stomach old PC RPGs. Ultima 4 is like actually still like fucking unique among role-playing games today. There's a story where there is no actual villain or even great threat or anything. It's just a story about becoming a good person.
The villain is society. The villain is yourself.
I mean, basically, yeah, because you have to become a good person.
So there is a villain.
Nah.
You know that whole man versus self, man versus nature.
I love those images.
Everything. No, not the memes. I'm talking about the actual thing. All storytelling falls into that. You might not like it, but this is what peak storytelling looks like.
Ultima 5 is a game about like virtue being like corrupted and how like even good intentions can be made evil. And then Ultima 6 was a game about racism and politics, and that was fucking radical. That was like fucking 1990, like early 1990s. That was fucking radical as hell.
I'm kind of sick of those games.
What?
Games about racism.
Can you name many?
Really. We're playing one right now. Oh no!
I mean, yeah, Octo Expansion's pretty radical for being a Nintendo game about racism and being an immigrant.
Well, that's not what Octo Expansion's all about. I'm talking about
basically what it is.
I'm talking about the Salmonids.
No, that's just like culling badgers. It's just something you have to do.
No, the plight of the Salmonid is more important than
No, they're just badgers.
They're not just badgers.
They're big fishy badgers and they're causing problems. Just kill them, like solve the. It's like solve the population issue.
It's like a metaphor for colonization almost. Oh my god.
Except we're not colonizing.
We're not stealing their land, but we're stealing their eggs.
That's more like a cull. A cull of some badgers that are causing problems.
No. I don't like how Gavin's being racist right now. They're intelligent creatures. They're capable of invention.
We don't know that.
Yes, we
do!
What are they using right now?
Devices Grizz probably made for them.
Yeah, I'm sure. This isn't laser tag, this is real.
Are you dead or alive?
Team! Sorry, gamers! And now I'm dead because I had the dynamo roller.
Oh, that wouldn't team when he was sitting in the corner doing nothing.
I was killing a sniper.
There's nothing over there.
There was a sniper.
There was
Clip that and post it in Gavin's chat. No, Val, do it! And I'm like, well, no one else is gonna kill it, I might as well do it. I'm waiting for the day when, like, Salmon Run ends, and then they just release the gear as multiplayer gear. I'll wear that all the time. That's my legacy.
I mean, you have all of it.
No, I mean like the gear we wear while playing Salmon.
Oh, right. They probably will do that, won't they? That'll be like the final reward or whatever. Or final 3 months rewards.
Then I guess you could just buy it later or something.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I got the only good weapon in this set.
You didn't get the arrow spray, I have.
I got the only good weapon in the game, apparently.
The only weapon people seem to use.
Yep.
Novell did indeed post in my chat.
Good. Now watch it. Also, Novell, post sour, please.
This is a problem, huh?
Right, you can't... I don't even know how I jumped the first time, actually. I guess it was just me being an idiot, and it just worked out. Surprising no one, really.
The Dynamo Roller seems to be able to kill the taxis from the front with enough.
No, you do have that emote, you just can't see it, because everyone has it. They just need to download better Twitch TV, which Gavin has, so... That's just like that's the tax you get for being my friend.
I hate many taxis.
And you're only really my friend if you do it for me. So if you haven't done it for me, I don't think you're really my friend.
Could you like actually come up front and put your long range guns to use here?
What?
Like help cull these giant metal badgers?
I don't know what you're talking about. I only see Salmon.
Someone else must have got it then.
It's like, what? The badger? There's a badger now? I thought they didn't add any new bosses.
There's 2 of them right there.
You know what?
You were
Let's
shooting
just,
at them.
Let's just, you know what? Let's just say that it was a lesson from me to you about how I have the only good weapon in this rotation. And how the arrow spray has a weakness that is damning to it.
In this mode, probably. Actually, not even really, because if you're jumping at them, you can get them pretty quick.
Uh-huh. For sure.
I'm gonna laugh whenever you get the arrow spray and then you end up getting killed by a steelhead because you won't jump at it.
Gavin, I always jump. Are you kidding me? How many times have I said the word jump meta when playing the main game? Is it every time I get in an encounter? Yeah, but
Like when he played the main
in fact, the reason I don't even use dualies is because they can't jump.
They can jump.
They can't jump.
Don't know. You just for whatever reason don't.
They cannot jump unless it's an accident
can,
or unless I wanna.
They can
Like I don't play fighting games. I'm not about to play a fighting game. Just
It's not about fighting
fucking
games.
God.
It's just you land up on your shooting for a split second, then you jump, and then you keep shooting.
This is like roll canceling in Odyssey. I'm not about that.
I guess maybe my like massive Devil May Cry playing brain is just too complex and can handle this shit. I don't know, but it's not that hard.
Massive Devil May Cry brain is an oxymoron.
The rich come from the guy who plays Paper Mario. A literal game.
Paper Mario has so much nuance in it that I wouldn't expect a Devil May Cry player like you to understand. Up, one alive. This dude can jump with the dualies, but he doesn't know when the mothership comes in. Like, okay. Oh, God.
This dude is like, oh, I can pay perfect attention to everything, but can't mash a button.
It's not mashing a button.
It's mashing a button.
No. If it was
no, that's how you. That's what using
mashing
a brush
a button
is. You mash
using
a button.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Using a brush now.
You just press the same button over and over again, and you can't do that.
No, it's not that I can't do it. It's that I refuse to do it.
No, it's that you can't.
Because my brain is so big. I'm not an ape. I am a man.
I'm gonna put a solid dot on that one.
I mean, I guess by definition I am, even though it's always hard to believe, right? You ever feel like you're gonna be 40 and just not think that you're an adult?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not, and I don't feel like I'm an adult even though I'm working a goddamn job and I'm 24. I see people like Anel, he's like, I have like a wife and a house and 2 cats and I have this career. And now he says like, oh, I'm also like 29. I'm kind of like, fuck off. Just fuck off. He's like, oh, I've been the career and done teaching and all. And it's kind of like, where the fuck did you find the time? There's a pair of sandals in here that are just 280 coins. That's tragic.
Are they the lime green ones?
Nah, they're like blue. The Muscle Forge flip-flops.
Oh, the blue and yellow ones?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about sandals, but with the socks.
Oh, no, these are just sandals. With like your weird fucked up inkling feet.
Yeah, see, I hate, one, I hate those. 2, I think that flip-flops are like, should be distinguished from sandals.
They're the same thing.
No, sandals are the ones with the straps. Flip-flops are the ones that are impossible to wear because it only latches in between your toes.
With a strap.
Like, how the fuck are you supposed to keep that on?
The only other things I had to discuss were like, I actually did go through and make like the list of Summer One Fest figures I wanted.
Oh.
Or I'm at least eyeing. But, you know, it's fine. Because it's big, you can pretty much guess. Like, does it have the word Fate in the front of it? Alright, it's in.
Wow. I heard that people who like Fate are idiots.
No, that's just actually saying, like, literally every game that isn't ground play isn't any good.
And also pedophiles or something.
No, that was Idolmaster, and I don't understand that one either.
In other news, Philadelphia made it to the finals in Overwatch. But once again, because they rep the color yellow, I don't like them. So this is actually bad news.
Godspeed.
So I don't know. I don't believe in sports patriotism.
Also, like,
Sorry.
I got Microsoft Office now again.
You can finally use a real photo editing software. Thank God.
And the story of how I got it is kind of funny. So, like, at work we have, like, a benefit system. It's just, you know, like, healthcare, life insurance, like, dental plan, all that shit, right? Just a lot of, like, London one. Oh, we'll get fucked.
You hate London.
Yeah, I know, but get fucked.
This is what I'm talking about.
What is it? And then, you know, it's just stuff like, there's like, aside from like various insurances, there's stuff like, well, you can sacrifice a bit of your salary, get like a cycle to work scheme, get like a dining card that like lowers the prices for restaurants, shit like that. And then just in the middle, it was like, hey, do you want Microsoft Office 2016 for a tenner? Here you go. I'm just gonna, well, alright then.
Are you sure it's not a subscription?
No, it's not a subscription. It's like you pay 10 quid once and they just send you a disc, and that's it.
Okay, I was gonna say that's how they get you.
No, I checked. Like, it's just explicitly like the upfront pay version because they're like, this is usually like 350 quid. You're getting it for a tenner. Aren't we so generous? And it's kind of like, alright, sick.
Yeah, speaking of
But,
good that Microsoft has done for the world, Microsoft PowerPoint.
You could just do the same thing like an actual image editor.
Microsoft PowerPoint 2013, the best image editing software ever. Photoshop is dumb and expensive and stupid. And it doesn't come with Microsoft Word. The best document software in the world. And then we don't talk about Microsoft Excel because it sucks and I hate it. But apparently other people like it, so hey. Yeah, that's that.
Thank you for joining us, Novell. Let us fuck off.
Okay, what a weird way to say that.
I don't know why you're so upset about this. It's how I address everything.
Stop with that tone.
Never.
Stop it. stuff.
Never.
The conductor had on the